for northeast inland Ohio over KDO 94 from Akron on a frequency of 162.400 MHz. On the latest weather map, low pressure moving northeast through the Great Lakes on Wednesday will slowly drag a cold front east across the local area through Friday. The forecast for northeast inland Ohio. Tonight, mostly clear. Hazy. Not as cool with lows in the mid-60s. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Hazy. Highs in the mid-80s. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Wednesday night, partly cloudy in the evening, then mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers after midnight. Lows in the upper 60s. South winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, diminishing to around 5 miles per hour after midnight. Chance of rain 20%. Thursday, showers likely in the morning, then showers with a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Humid with highs around 80. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming west in the afternoon. Chance of rain 80%. Thursday night, mostly cloudy. Showers with thunderstorms likely in the evening, then a chance of showers after midnight. Lows.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2483 with a release date of Friday, May 30th, 2025, to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. The FCC wants to give satellites 20,000 megahertz more of the spectrum. A solo de-expeditioner logged 61,000 QSOs and a new node for the reverse beacon network. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2483 comes your way right now.
From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's independent, on-the-air news and bulletin service. Now, reporting from Union, Kentucky, here's Neil Rapp, WB9VPG.
We begin this week with changes the FCC has voted to make to the spectrum, specifically to accommodate satellite operations. Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, has the details.
The U.S. Communications Regulator is hoping to move ahead with the assignment of more than 20,000 megahertz of spectrum bandwidth to accommodate expanded satellite-based broadband service. The FCC voted unanimously at its May 22nd open meeting to explore such use across 4 spectrum bands: the upper portion of the 12 gigahertz band starting at 12.7 gigahertz, the 42 gigahertz band, the 52 gigahertz band, and 4 unused sections of the 75 to 110 gigahertz W band, totaling 18,000 megahertz. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr said in a statement after the vote that, quote, each band is a potential game changer. The agency said that the amount of spectrum under consideration is greater than all the spectrum presently available for satellite broadband. He said the additional frequencies were ripe territory for so-called next-generation services. It's unclear what impact, if any, the notice of proposed rulemaking would have on the amateur radio service. The move was applauded by the Satellite Industry Association in a statement on its website. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
A French amateur has been recognized for logging 61,000 contacts while on the expedition by himself. Jeremy Boot, G4NJH, has that story.
Congratulations to Marek Lamashu, FH4VVK/F4VVJ, who logged more than 61,000 QSOs as the solo operator during a de-expedition on the island of Grande Glorieuse, operating as FT4GL. The island is the largest in the French-controlled Glorioso Islands archipelago in the Indian Ocean and is 7th in the DXCC Most Wanted list. Marek was honored at the Hamvention by the Southwest Ohio DX Association as the Expeditioner of the Year. The association said that he had, quote, gone above and beyond the norm to positively affect the DX community, unquote. The DXpedition took place in May and June of 2024. This is Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
If you were among those like me at Hamvention in Xenia, Ohio in May, congratulations! You helped set a record. Organizers report that a record 36,814 amateur radio enthusiasts came to the fairgrounds for the annual forums, exhibits, and, of course, the flea market. The event was put together with the help of more than 700 volunteers. Plans are now in the works for Hamvention 2026 to be held on May 15th, 16th, and 17th. A grant will fund the establishment of a new node for the reverse beacon network in the South Atlantic Ocean. Jason Daniels, VK2LAW, tells us about it.
The world's most isolated settled island is adding an important amateur radio presence, a reverse beacon network node. The node project is being given a supporting grant from the YASMI Foundation and will be hosted by Andy Repetto, Zulu Delta 9 Bravo Victor, on Tristan da Cunha, a British overseas territory in the South Atlantic Ocean. The reverse beacon network comprises stations in different parts of the world that monitor the bands and send reports of what and who they hear. It's an all-volunteer effort. This is Jason Daniels, VK2LAW.
For years, AMSAT, the Radio Amateur Satellite Corporation, benefited from the engineering talents of Dick Jansen, KD1K, whose professional career had included time spent at Sperry Corporation, Martin Marietta, the MIT Instrumentation Laboratory, and NACA, the forerunner of the U.S. Space Agency, NASA. In retirement, however, Dick focused his lifetime of skills on a variety of AMSAT spacecraft projects, including Oscars 10 and 13 and the Microsat series. He eventually became AMSAT's Vice President of Engineering. Dick became a silent key on May 13th. Dick's longtime work with a variety of AMSAT spacecraft inspired his selection as recipient of the Technical Excellence Award at Dayton Hamvention in 1993. He had been a ham since 1972. A memorial service is planned for Dick in Florida on June 4th. He was 94. In South Africa, 48 new ham radio operators are celebrating passage of the radio amateur examination that they took in May, administered by the Independent Communications Authority of South Africa. The RAE, as it is known, has only given exams twice a year. According to various news reports, while 48 candidates passed the exam, 5 others did not. The next exam is not scheduled until November. In one region of Ohio, a 50-year-old traffic net is celebrating its years of uninterrupted service to the community. We have those details from Stephen Kinford, N8WB.
No one can physically see this devoted community, but its presence has been felt strongly throughout the Cleveland and North Central Ohio region for a half-century. The Burning River Traffic Net is still passing important traffic as it has done since its founding in 1975 as a 2-meter simplex net to deliver messages to recipients who lived outside the local telephone exchange, constituting a long-distance call at the time. Those messages include health and welfare updates, congratulations, emergencies, and simple greetings. The net has since become repeater-based and meets every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9:30 p.m. local time. Members are called up on an as-needed basis on other days. The Burning River Traffic Net is about to become visible and meet the community it has served for so long. The net, which is part of the ARRL's national traffic system, is inviting all hams and anyone interested in learning more about the net to be part of their anniversary celebration. It's being held on the 21st of June at the Lorain County Metro Parks Duck Pond Picnic Area Pavilion at 1 p.m. local time. Net manager Keith Cook, KD8 GXL, said, quote, "This is more than just a celebration of the past. It's an opportunity to look forward to the next 50 years." End quote. This is Stephen Kinford, N8WB.
With this week's report, Amateur Radio Newsline presents its final Newsmaker of the Year award and introduces a new award to reflect changing times. Newsline's editor Karen Eve Murray, KD2 GUT, has the details.
In 2019, Newsline introduced its Newsmaker of the Year award in recognition of deserving amateurs who raised the profile of ham radio around the world via conventional media channels. The media universe has changed since then. We now communicate reliably via blogs, videos, and other forms of social media, with conventional media taking a back seat. Toward that end, we are replacing the Newsmaker Award with Newsline's Influencer Award, shining a light on those who have had a measurable, far-reaching, and positive impact on amateur radio. That award will be presented at year's end. Meanwhile, it is fitting that we give our final Newsmaker of the Year award to Hap Holly, KC9RP. Hap, a member of the Newsline family, left an imprint on the world via his Radio Amateur Information Network, or RAIN report, weekly reports he produced for 3 decades. Hap, who became blind at the age of 7, was an active and influential amateur for most of his 73 years. He became a silent key on February 24th of this year. As we remember him with pride and gratitude, we honor him for being the remarkable newsmaker that he was. This is Karen Eve Murray, KD2 GUT.
Time for you to identify your station. We are the Amateur Radio Newsline, heard on bulletin stations around the world, including the K2ADA repeater in Ocala, Florida on Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. local time. Be on the lookout for some YLs about to ascend the summits for a special soda event. 1 year after organizing their inaugural Queens of the Mountains activation, the YLs are back, and they've gone global. Andy Morrison, K9AWM, has that story.
True to its name, the Queens of the Mountains event is a challenge worthy of royalty. Paula, Kilo 9, India Romeo, and Amy, Alpha Golf 7 Golf Papa, have brought the event back for its second year as YLs activate Soda Summits on June 7th and June 8th. And not only YLs around the world chase the activators, men are also invited to join in this year's chase. Anyone contacting 5 or more YLs on a Soda Summit become eligible for a certificate. The biggest honors will go to the YL activators themselves, who will be logging contacts and working toward any or all of 6 achievement awards, including one for a first-time Soda activator. A special Kilo 1 Lima India Z Memorial Achievement Award will be given to the YL with the highest number of achievement awards. Last year, the event crowned Laureen, Whiskey 6 Lima Oscar Romeo, with the honor, which bears the call sign of top-achieving activator Liz Burns, Kilo 1 Lima India Z, who became a silent key in February of 2022. This is Andy Morrison, K9AWM. The project is called Future Geo, and it envisions ham radio on a geosynchronous satellite, as we hear from Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
AMSAT DL has sent a request for expression of interest to various other AMSAT organizations and amateur radio associations for a proposed ham radio-focused project known as Future GEO, operating from a geosynchronous satellite. The group is hoping to receive proposals no later than the 30th of June. AMSAT DL's request comes 2 years after the European Space Agency described its vision of having amateur radio on a geosynchronous satellite designed to cover the north of North America and Europe, and which drew on proposals from AMSAT DL and AMSAT UK. Meanwhile, a new satellite-based FM repeater comes online in June. On board the Hades ICM satellite, it will initially be active on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. It has an uplink of 145.875 MHz and a downlink of 436.666 MHz. Another repeater, Hades R, already operates full-time with a 145.925 MHz uplink and a 436.888 MHz downlink. This is Jeremy Bucci for NJH.
Every year, hams in the U.S. and Canada observe the fourth full weekend in June as Field Day, considered the most important amateur radio weekend of the year. In Hawaii, however, amateur radio recognition will be going on a little longer. The state's governor, Josh Green, has proclaimed all of June to be Amateur Radio Month in recognition of the 3,400 hams operating in the Pacific region. The state has ties to wireless that go back more than 100 years, however. In 1914, its island of Oahu became home to a Marconi wireless telegraphy station. In 1916, the first transmissions were successfully sent to Japan from the U.S. territory, marking the start of wireless communication between the two nations. In the world of DX, the F4KIS Radio Club is on the air through to the 10th of June using the call sign TM41GM. The suffix stands for Grave Demina, recalling the 1941 strike of 100,000 miners of Nord-Pas-de-Calais. This action was among the earliest acts of collective resistance to Nazi occupation in France. See QRZ.com for details about EQSL downloads. Listen for the call sign HS30DXA, which is on the air to mark the 30th anniversary of the Thailand DX Association, E28AC and E2X. Radio operators are calling CQ on all HF bands and on the 2-meter band through to the 21st of June. They will also be using various amateur radio satellites, QSL via HS6MYW. Otis N4PG is on the air until the 2nd of June from St. Bartholomew. IOTA number NA146 using the call sign FJ/NP4G. QSL via Logbook of the World only. Operators are using the call sign HI99RCD to celebrate the 99th anniversary of the Radio Club Dominicano, HI8RCD, which was founded on June 12, 1926. QSOs will be confirmed by email and via the logbook on QRZ.com. Fans of amateur radio on the International Space Station will be happy to know that a pop show is returning and coming soon to a shack near you. Ralph Squillace, KK6 ITB, concludes this week's newscast with a report about this welcome comeback.
Never mind what primetime TV has to offer. Hams who have been missing a chance to make contacts through Ham TV will have something to celebrate soon. Ham TV was the digital amateur television transmitter operating on the Columbus module of the ISS until failure took it out of service in 2019. Its repairs here on Earth were completed and the newly invigorated Ham TV was returned to the ISS via SpaceX CRS-30 in March of 2024. ERIS reports that astronauts will complete its reinstallation in late June in preparation for more contacts with schools around the world. Ham TV uses the DVB-S protocol in the 13-centimeter band to transmit digital video and audio in MPG-2 format. ERIS has high hopes that Ham TV will become a long-running series without having to resort to reruns. This is Ralph Squillace, KK6 ITB.
Have you sent in your amateur radio haiku to Newsline's Haiku Challenge yet? It's as easy as writing a QSL card. Set your thoughts down using traditional haiku format, a 3-line verse with 5 syllables in the first line, 7 in the second, and 5 in the third. Submit your work on our website at arnewsline.org. Each week's winner gets a shout-out on our website where everyone can find the winning haiku. With thanks to Amateur News Daily, AMSAT News Service, Eris, British Amateur TV, David B, RK7DB, FCC, History.com, James Gifford, N8, KET, Keith Cook, KD8GXL, QRZ.com, South African Radio League, Soda Reflector, ShortwaveRadio.de, TV Tech, Wireless Institute of Australia, and you, our listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer, non-profit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operation. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org and know that we appreciate you all. We also remind our listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Neil Rapp, WB9 VPG in Union, Kentucky, saying 7-3. And as always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2025, all rights reserved.
This is KD8SLG, the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association ClubNet. It's going to start at the top of the hour, a little over 12 minutes away. So stick around. It's KD8SLG.
the weekly Serenet, featuring club news, trivia, and check-ins from some of the nicest hams in the universe starts in 5 minutes.
This is KD8SLG. There's a NetLogger session open for the Sarah Club Net under the title Sarah Club Net for those of you who want to follow along and play at home. KD8SLG, player until net. W8WKY.
Get ready for the weekly Serenet starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
QST, calling all amateurs to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net, right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Tuesday night, have a few laughs, get caught up on club news, and there is trivia. I've got that tonight. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass your net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India, Charlie Kilo, just Nick. But for the duration of this net, I'll be using a club call of W8WKY. As this is a linked system, I ask that everybody key up for a second or two before you start talking. And hold on for a second or two after you're done talking. I do want to hear everything you have to say. I've got a few club announcements before we get going. So here they are. T-shirts for field day are on sale. They have to be ordered by the end of the Beacon Net tomorrow night if we want to get them in time for distribution at the club meeting on the 19th before field day. So get your orders in there before the end of tomorrow night. We've got a license exam session this Saturday, June 7th, 10 to 11 a.m. at the Sharon United Methodist Church in Sharon. Details can be found on w8wky.org. We do have a meeting on June 19th, as I just mentioned. Looking forward to that, as always. And there are 24 sleeps until field day. Those are the important ones tonight. Anybody else has any announcements? Please save them for the net. You'll probably get more people that way. So here's the way it's going to work. I'm going to take a couple rounds of in-and-out check-ins only, and then I will find out who wants to stick around and play trivia with us tonight. So, before I start taking any check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Emergency or priority traffic, please call now. Nothing heard. If there is an emergency during the net, please say break, or get my attention. We'll slow things down and do what we can to help you out. All right, in and out check-ins for tonight. In and out check-ins. This is W8WKY. I'm listening.
Whiskey 8, Charlie Tango Mike, carry at Portage Lakes, and I'll be in and out.
Whiskey 8 Tango Delta, W8TD, John in Wadsworth, in and out.
Kilo Charlie 8 in November, Oscar Victor, KC8 NOV, Marty 6-0.
That page, Saratoga, in and out.
Kilo Bravo 8 Victor Hotel Mike, Tom in Green, in and out.
Kilo Alpha 8 Mike November Tango, Tom in Canton, in and out.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Lima Bravo, KE8 TLB, Randy and Redmond. Hey Nick, I'll be in and out. You're a cat. Have a good one. 73, God bless.
Kilo Echo 8 India Mike Echo David Sterling, in and out.
All right, I got a healthy list of in-and-out check-ins there. Very smooth. Thanks, guys. We picked up W8CTM Carrie, W8TD John, KC8NOV Marty, KE8SFS Mark, KB8VHM Tom, K8MNT Tom, KE8TLB Randy, and KE8IME David. You guys are on and out. Thanks for stopping by tonight. We'll talk to you next time. Let's do another round of in-and-out check-ins. Then we'll start getting into the meat of the net. In and outs. This is WWKY. I'm listening.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. WP3K, Phil and Canal Fulton with no traffic. Thank you, Nick, for taking over pre-net. Sounds good. Or the net this evening. KB8LNK, walking past the mic, in and out. Good evening.
All right, there's the microphone. There's the microphone. All right, we picked up Bob. Well, let's see. We got Phil there, WB3K. Phil, good to hear you tonight. Thanks for stopping by, man. We got Bob from across the pond, K8LYJ. He's having some issues with Echolink, but he's checking in from Glasgow. Sorry, it's not working for you, Bob, but good to hear from you. And we got Ron in there, KB8LNK, and I heard a really quiet check in there. I think it was someone in Maslin. Is it KG7IRJ? It's KD8SLG. Oh, this is WWKY. Was that you, Paul?
W8WKY.
All right, we're going to assume that is Paul, KD7IRJ. I got you in there, Paul. Hope you're listening. All right, and then we had Ron, as I said. So let's see who's sticking around tonight to play trivia. If you would, please. Your name, phonetically. Your call sign, phonetically. Alphanumerically. Name and location. And wait for the beep, please. This is WWKY. I'm listening.
This is Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8LYJ, on Echolink in Glasgow.
November, Tango 8, Delta, NT 8D, Dave in Copley.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo. That's KE8, ZZR, Harry, Southside of Wadsworth.
Kilo Echo 8, Victor Oscar X-Ray, KE8 VOX, Scott, Vermilion.
Please copy Kilo
Alpha 8,
Uniform
Charlie Tango, AAHCT, Craig in Shreve.
Lorian under me. She'll be in just a second.
All right, looks like Bob across the pond there found his button. K8LYJ's in there, NT8D Dave, KE8ZZR Harry, KE8VOX Scott, and AAHCT Craig. I got all you guys on the list. Who else is out there tonight? This is WWKY. I'm listening.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Hotel Golf, KE8 VHT, Doug in Northeast.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8, Uniform India Bravo, KE8 UIB, John in Maslin. And could you please put Lori on the list, KF8 DTP.
Kilo Charlie 8, Hotel Delta Papa, KC8 HDP, Jerry in Shreve.
This is WO3X, Whiskey Oscar 3 X-Ray, John in Cuyahoga Falls. Go.
All right, I'll tell you who I got there, and then we'll clean it up a bit. I know there was one double in there, and I missed somebody. Let's see. We dropped off with Craig there, A8CT, so let's pick up with Doug, K8ZHG, K8UIB, John, Lori, KF8DTP, KC8HDP, Jerry's in there, WO3X, John from the Falls is in there. Who'd I miss?
I heard a beep. K4OG, Kilo 4, Oscar, go.
There he is. I thought that was you, Mark, but I didn't want to guess, I didn't want to assume. All right, we got K4OG in there on the list as well. All right, I'm going to read you guys the trivia question for tonight and get the answers going. Then we're going to grab Bob from across the pond real fast before, I don't know, the time changes or something. So here it goes. Give me a second. Although space is depicted in sci-fi films as dark and cold, as a whole, the universe is actually quite bright and vibrant, and it has a color. The astronomers at Johns Hopkins University had a contest to name this color. The color of space is now called, and these are your options: Alpha, Skyvery; Bravo, Univage; Charlie, Cosmic Latte; Delta, Cornwaldo Bean Cream. That's for the Beacon Medicines, Cornwaldo Bean Cream. Or Echo, Celestial Eggshell. Let me run through this again, please. Space is depicted in sci-fi films as dark and cold, but as a whole, the universe is actually quite bright and vibrant, and it has a color. The Johns Hopkins University astronomers had a contest to name this color. The color of space is now called Alpha, Skyvery, like sky ivory; Bravo, Univage, like universal beige; portmanteaus, for those of you who remember 7th grade English; Charlie, Cosmic Latte; Delta, Cornwaldo Bean Cream; or Echo, Celestial Eggshell. That's the question tonight. Let's go to Bob across the pond real fast. Get him before he loses interest. K8LYJ, KD8SLG, W8WKY. How you doing, Bob? Tell us what's going on and what's your answers tonight?
Hey, good evening, Nick. Good evening, everybody. This is K88LYJ. Things are going great. It's 1:15 in the morning. I had the alarm set to wake up and come in here and say hi. Then I'm going back to bed for a couple more hours, and then I fly back home real early in the morning. Well, I leave real early in the morning. Won't be getting back there until around 6:20 your time. As far as the color, I'm thinking a bunch of modern nerds might have come up with this in a coffee shop, so I'm going to go with Charlie. And we'll leave it at that, K88LYJ.
Sounds like you're having a great time over there, Bob. Had a great time over there, Bob. You travel safely. Godspeed in your travels. Thanks for checking in with us from a distant place. Kind of like our friend John Curley does there from the cruise ships. Good to hear you, man. We're going to clear with K8LYJ. He went with Charlie tonight, by the way. And next up, we've got Dave, NT8D, WKY. How are you, Dave? What's your answer, and what do you got for the group?
Good evening there, Nick. Everybody on the net,
all the listeners. Hope everybody had a fine day today. And what a fine day it was. And I am happy. And I'm happy because I sailed today. Took a saxophone player who is also a sailor. We went out of Edgewater and sailed for a couple hours today. Left, winds were about 9 knots. Came back, they were blowing about 14 knots when we got back to the marina there. That was really good. Boat's happy. I'm happy. I got to go up to Cleveland tomorrow night to do rehearsals. I'm going to go up early and, of course, stop by the West Marine store and pick up some hardware and a few things, of course, because I just sailed today. So you got to go to the boat store tomorrow. Beautiful day. Lawn is mowed. I'm just chilling. Thanks for running the net. I loved all those answers. I kind of had a hunch it was going to be some kind of beige, and I'm going to go with the most Sherwin-Williams sounding of the answers and go with E Echo, Celestial Eggshell. Hope everybody has a good night. We'll see everybody sometime soon. Back to Net Control, W8WKY, NTAD.
W8WKY.
NTAD, W8WKY. Dave, I can hear the smile on your face. I think I can even hear a little bit of the wind burn on there. You sound like a happy man. It's awesome. Glad you got out there today, man. And Celestial Eggshell. That's so much better than sinking to the depths of Bodie McBoatface. Got to be careful when you have these contests, you know? Good to hear you, Dave. Get rested up. We'll talk to you later on. Get it clear with NTAD. This is W8WKY with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club. Next up, we've got Harry, KE8ZZR, W8WKY. How are you, Harry? What's your answer, and what do you got for the group?
Hey, good evening, Nick, and W8WKY. Everything is just peachy here. Not a whole lot happening. Enjoying this nice weather finally. We were camping over the weekend, so it sounds like the multi-club POTA event was pretty much a success with all the check-ins and stuff. I did try to hunt the guys from Atwood Lake, but I guess I was just jumping over the top of them because I could hear like Ray down in Tulsa checking in, but I couldn't get a response from W8WKY/R2. And other than that, that's about it. So I'll turn it back to you. Nick, you're doing a great job. Hope you're feeling great. This is KE8ZZR Clear.
Well, thanks for hunting on Saturday, Harry. Sorry we missed you. But, yeah, it was pretty cool that Josh did make contact with Ray down in Oklahoma. I was hoping he'd be here tonight to give us a report. I didn't stick around the whole time, so I don't know what all went on after I left. Harry, did I get an answer from you? If I did, I missed it. I'm sorry. Do you have an answer for tonight's trivia?
No, you didn't get an answer from me because I had a senior moment there. So my answer is E as in echo. E echo.
All right, we got another vote for Celestial Eggshell tonight. Thanks, Harry. We'll talk to you next time. Going to clear with KE8ZZR. Next on the list, let's go up to the North Coast. KE8VOX, W8WKY. How are you, Scott? What's your answer, and what do you got for the group?
Good evening, Nick. Good evening, all the listeners. KE8VOX here. From trivia, I got C, Charlie, is what I got. And don't really have much for the group. Beautiful day up here in the lake, and just living the lake life, you know. Pretty laid back today, just enjoying it. W8KY, KE8VOX.
living the lake life. I got you, man. Hey, did you get out on the bike today?
Yeah, roger that. I put a few miles on it there, rode it down for a lunch, and a little bit tougher riding back from lunch, but it was a beautiful day to do it, so I put a few miles on it.
Yeah, it's always good to pop up the pedal assist mode there after lunch. I'm glad you got out, man. I envy you. All right, Scott, probably talk to you in the morning. We're going to clear with KE8VOX, and let's grab Craig down at Shreve, AA8CT, W8WKY. How are you tonight, Craig? What's your answer, and what do you got?
W8WKY. Good evening, Nick. And a beautiful day it was. Answer-wise, I think I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom of the pile and do the letter Echo. I think that's a guess. So there you have it. Beautiful day. Good to hear you. I tell you, you sound great. However you're coming in. Of course, I'm talking on a phone too, so there you have it. But sounds great. I'll let you get back to it. Thank you so much for doing it, and you do it so well, and we do appreciate. Of course, that's what happened when you're the vice president. So with that, this is AA8CT returning it back to W8WKY and Net Control. Thank you, Nick. Have a great day. I will probably hear you in the morning. You never know.
AA8CT, W8WKY. Yeah, I'm usually there in the morning, man. I got you down for Echo. Echo's in the lead now. Echo's and Charlie's. That's all we got so far tonight. And, good seeing you, Apota, man. Looked like you were having fun there at the Lane van. And, we'll talk to you next time. Gonna clear with AA8CT. And let's pick up Doug. K8ZHG, W8WKY. How was Poda? And what's your answer tonight?
Hi, Nick. K8ZHG here. Poda was really fun. It was enjoyable cooking all the burgers for everyone. I had a great day here. Got the lawn mowed and got a few more vegetables planted in the vegetable garden. They're looking pretty happy after getting a couple of days of sunshine. And I got a new antenna hooked up to the HT, so hopefully I'm coming in a little bit better tonight. I'm going to go with Ivory, and that's all I have. KE8ZHG, back to Net Control.
Still a little noise with you there, Doug, but I heard every word you had to say, and that's the important part. I got you down for Alpha, and the food was great at Poda. Thanks a lot. You guys did a great job. It's much appreciated. We're going to clear with KE8ZHG, and let's go down to Maslin and talk to Mr. and Mrs. KE8UIV. You're up first, John. How are you tonight, buddy? What's your answer, and what do you got for the group?
KD8SLG from KAUIB. Good evening, Nick, everybody out there on the net. And I am just enjoying the evening here, messaging way back and forth with my mom and dad as they're scanning in and listening to the trivia. And they're going to go with A Alpha. Myself, this is a really great question, Nick. I really can't wait to see what the answer is. Instead of going with what I was going to choose, I'm going to go ahead and go with D, because nobody chose it, and it is so funny just to even say. So I'll definitely go with Cornwaldo Bean Cream for sure, since nobody else is brave enough to take it. You just go ahead and give me Delta in there, Nick. And yeah, I'll definitely take that. And we'll see how that ends up tonight on the trivia. Just want to say hello to everybody. It was great seeing everybody Saturday on the Parks on the Air event. That was a really great turnout. Really chilly day, but a great turnout for sure. And me and the wife, we got to sneak out fishing for a few minutes on Sunday, and first 5 minutes in, I pulled in a 14-inch smallmouth. So I was happy about that. So it was a good weekend. With that, you guys, this is K8UIB. I'm going to go ahead and hand this back over to Net Control. 7-3 is y'all. Thanks for running the net, Nick.
K8UIB, W8WKY. All right there, John. I got your folks down for Alpha, and I got you down for Delta. Cornwaldo, Bean Cream. That one's, this question was obviously originally written for the BeaconNet. I pulled it out for tonight. Good to hear you, man. You hand that microphone over to Miss Lori there. KF8 DTP. This is WWKY. How you doing tonight, Lori? What's your guess, and what do you want to share?
KDA-SLG from KF8 DTP. You know, I had to reread that question quite a few times because I'm so stumped. But I'm going to be that oddball person. I'm going to probably just go with John on this one and go with D. I'm okay with that because I've been at work all day. Truck was a late truck today, so I've just gotten home, gotten a quick shower, threw some food in the belly, and I'm sitting here listening to my net. So I'm all good and good. You know, John forgot to mention that I caught me a rock bass that day we went fishing. So, yeah, you know, he only had to give himself the credit, not me. So what the heck, man? So with that, I'm going to hand it over back to the net, Nick. 7-3, y'all. Hope everybody has a great night.
Oh, KF8DTP, WWKY, you're both telling fish stories. That's what I'm thinking. It's great you guys go out and do fun stuff like that. Anytime I go fishing, all I catch is a buzz. We're going to clear with KF8DTP. She picked Delta Cornwaldo Cream, Cornwaldo Bean Cream as well. What a color. All right, we're going to go back to Shreve now. Talk to Jerry. KC8HDP, this is WWKY. How are you tonight, Jerry? What's your answer, and what do you got for the crew?
W8WKY and the net. This is KC8HDP. Well, I'm going to answer the trivia question. I'm going to go with Bravo. No one's picked that one yet, and since I don't know, it's as good as any. Let's see. Had lunch with the Wayne Aries group today, and that was fun as always, and really don't have anything else. So, really nice, warm, sunny day today, and that felt really good. Well, I'll send things back to Net Control, W8WKY, and the net from KC8HDP. 7-3, everyone.
KC8HDP, WWKY, got you down for Bravo. That's Univage, Universal Beige. I think they're all covered now, so somebody's got it right. And, yeah, it was a glorious day to sit out there in the sun today, was it not, Jerry? Wow. All right, I've added some people to the bottom of the list, so I don't want them to run away. I got KE8VZA, Eric, K6KJV, Kevin, and KE8QWE. You guys are on the list there at the bottom. We're only a few away. I'll take some more check-ins, and we'll start over again. Next on the list, we got WO3X, John up in the Falls. WO3X, this is W8WKY. How are you, John? What's your answer? What do you got?
W8WKY, this is WO3X, John in Cuyahoga Falls, doing pretty good here. I'm getting ready for the Breeze Shooters Ham Fest there on June 8th. And let's see, on the trivia question, I'm going to go along with the first person that guessed, and that was Charlie. Let's see, and yeah, that POTA activation, we were in Cuyahoga Valley National Park, just off of Everett Road, not far from Riverview Road, and it worked out very well. I was on 40 meters sideband. I took over for somebody that was getting cold, so they had about 20 contacts on there, and then I got on there, and got a few more, and then the band faded out. I guess that solar flare or whatever made it fade out, but then it came back strong. So I managed to get it up to 82 contacts, and I had two sweatshirts on, the hooded sweatshirts, and I had the hoods over my hat. Then I had the headset over the hoods. So Anthony took a picture. It makes me look really funny there. It's funny. We had a lot of fun there, and made a lot of contacts. The other guys, one of them was on CW working in one of the vans. So it all worked out great. Let's see. So with that, this W8WKY, this is WO3X, back to the net.
WO3X, W8WKY. Fine business, John. You were racking up some contacts. And, sure some of the photos look more like winter field day than a May POTA event. Glad you made it out there and toughed it through. Got you down for Charlie tonight. Cosmic Latte. Thanks, John. We'll talk to you later on. Going to clear WO3X. Let's pick up Mark. K4OG, W8WKY. How are you, Mark? What's your answer tonight, and what goodies do you want to share with us from POTA?
W8WKY, KD8SLG, K4OG. Yeah. Well, I just want to give a big shout out to Doug and Brenda. Man, I didn't know you could make such delicious burgers on an electric grill. Never had them so good. They were great. And I made myself a white chili corn and a white chili dog. That was delicious too. And Ida's cupcakes were scrumptious. Put me in a sugar coma. Yeah, it did. It was freezing. I had fun taking pictures and learning to play with Scott's camera. I'll be doing that again, probably on field day. Yippee! Looking forward to it. Nick, you said something about Bravo, and if you remember 7th grade English, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage because I don't remember 7th grade English. But I think I've heard celestial eggshell mentioned before. So there's my hunch, and that's what I'm going with. K4OG, back to net.
The food was crazy good at POTA. It really was. Everything was awesome. And if you would have told me 2 weeks before the event that chili was going to be on the menu in any way, shape, or form, I would have scoffed at that. But it was perfect. Perfect for the day, for sure. And I saw those photos. They're great. Great photos there, Mark. Fine business. And got you down for celestial eggshell. All right, man. And portmanteau, that's what I was referring to at the beginning. You take two words and put them together, like motor hotel to make motel. So sky ivory to make skyvery. And what was the other one? Oh, yeah, universal beige, univage. Yeah, I can hear that being a millennial thing. All right, Mark. Talk to you later on. Getting ready for field day, man. It's coming up fast. We're going to have a good time. Going to clear with K4OG. This is W8WKY. Next on the list, we got KE8VZA. What's going on, Eric? What's your answer to tonight's question, and what do you got for the group?
KD8SLG or W8WKY, however you want to be referred to tonight. Good to hear you. Good to hear everybody. POTA was a fantastic success, I think. But before I get sidetracked, I'm going to go with Bravo Univage. Sounds cool. Anyway, started off with the North Group, and I set up, got my 53-foot random wire up in a tree about 30-some feet off the ground, and it seemed to work pretty well. I got a hold of some stations in Texas, Virginia, and West Virginia. And then my hands were frozen. So, and I looked at the clock, and it was time to head to Sarah. So it took me a while to pack up. I didn't get to Sarah site at Forge Lake until almost 2 o'clock, and still got to have some good eyeball quesos with several people down there. And yes, the burgers were fantastic. I got one of the last, and got to take a couple of those home because they were just sitting there calling my name after everybody was gone. But anyway, good time. And sorry I missed the dive into the cooler there, but anyway, all I got tonight. Oh yeah, 10 meters seems to be working pretty well tonight. We had Pennsylvania club, which kind of overlapped our club test together until they figured out. So. Anyway, go figure. KE8BZA back to net control.
W8WKY. All right, Eric, you started getting pretty choppy there near the end, but we got all of that, man. I'm glad you got one of the burgers out in the Sarah, man. They were absolutely delicious, and I forgot to mention that Mark mentioned the cupcakes. I had 3 of those right before I left, so I'd have enough energy to get home, and I think some of my limbs went numb. I know one of them did. Eric, sorry I missed you on Saturday. Got you down for Bravo, Univage, and we'll talk to you later on, man. Glad to hear 10 meters is working, because it sounds to me like the HF band's been kind of temperamental the last couple of days. Gonna clear with KE8VZA. This is WWKY. Next up, let's go talk to my friend in California, Valley Springs, I believe. K6KJV, Rev Kev. This is WWKY. How are you, Rev Kev? What do you got? What do you got for an answer tonight, and what do you got for the group? I'm ready to read the question again if you need it reread.
You know I don't need no stinking question. Hello, everyone. Mr. Nick. I can't even talk, man. This is K6KJV. Kevin here in Valley Springs, California. That's right. And, I'm just thought I'd stop right here and say hello with you, visit and fellowship for a little while. Glad to hear y'all had a very good, fun, and successful POTO event there. Making me hungry. Talking about all that food. Sounds good. Maybe one of these times I'll have to stop by there. Get a little bit fatter. And, let's see. For the answers, you know what? I don't need you to read the question because, as everybody probably knows, my answer is going to be D. That's right, Delta. Ain't no double D tonight, but it's D as in Delta, because I don't care what the real answer is, you can never go wrong. Never, ever go wrong with a corn Waldo bean. So with that, I'm going to say God bless 7-3 to every one of y'alls and your families and friends, and I will turn the mic back to you there, Nick. Take it away, sir.
Rev Kev, K6KJV, this is WWKY. I made sure the corn Waldo bean cream answer was in the Delta spot, so you couldn't miss. Good to hear you, man. Don't miss Wednesday nights this month, man. It's just the Nick and Dustin show, so I'll have trivia on the Wednesday night BeaconNet this month, so I'll be listening for you, buddy. We're going to clear with K6KJV. Let's pick up Mike, Mr. Shafter. KE8QWE, this is WWKY. How are you tonight, Mike? What's going on? What's your answer tonight?
Kilo Echolink, Quebec, Whiskey Echo. My answer, I'm going to go with D. I mean, I figure that's as good as anything, because I don't really know exactly what the question was, but I don't expect anybody to read the thing again, so I'm just going to go with D. What have I been up to today? Well, my shack computer died. I've been dealing with that, just doing some odds and ends around here. just finished up the Cincinnati Liars Net. Of course, none of us would ever lie, but hey, sometimes their answers to the stuff do get a little bit stretched. So, other than that, I don't really have a whole lot more to say. I just wanted to catch the end of that, tell everybody hi, and wish everybody well. This is Kilo Echo Lake, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 SLG.
Good talking to you, Mike. Hope be seeing you soon. I gotta pick up some field day stuff, man. Get your station back together. We're gonna clear with KE8QWE. This is WWKY. Nick here. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net. I'm at the bottom of the list. I'll reread the question if I get a few more check-ins here. So let's see who else is out there tonight. This is W8WKY. I'm listening.
KC3QND, GD, North Ridgeville.
Well, I'm not going to belabor this point, so let me tell you about tonight's question for all of you who are here and took it on. Let me bring it back up here on the screen. Space is depicted in sci-fi films as dark and cold, but as a whole, the universe is actually quite bright and vibrant, and it has a color. The astronomers at Johns Hopkins University identified this color and had a contest to name it. The color of space is now called... The correct answer is Charlie, Cosmic Latte. That was the winner of the contest. Skyvery and Univage, the portmanteaus, were actual entrants, and they were in the running, but Cosmic Latte won out. Celestial Eggshell, that was my creation, so for those of you who liked that one and said that it sounded like Sherwin-Williams, perhaps I have another career in my future. And of course, the Cornwaldo Bean answer is the Cornwaldo Bean answer. So, there you go. There's trivia for tonight. It's only 8:42, but anybody else out there want to get in on the net tonight, this is going to be last call. Last call for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Club Net. I'm listening.
Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec November Delta, GD in North Ridgeville.
Someone out there keying up the repeater and putting in DTMF tones. Let's grab Jeannie, KC3QND, WWKY. Jeannie, happy birthday. And how are you? What's going on?
KC3QND, Jeannie here. Hello, everybody on the net tonight. Just thought I'd jump up here after being on a 10-meter North net. 10 meters is actually open tonight. Surprise, surprise. The propagation decided to give us a break. So that was good news. I thought out after Sunday's POTA thing, finally thought out yesterday. That was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. But I didn't even catch any fish. I took my fishing pole, didn't even catch any fish. I didn't even get any contact, so I kept getting jammed in. So I just went fishing. That's what you do. Compromise. And let's see, what else? Oh, I'm going to venture down to PA for a week, so everybody will be hearing me on my Allstar from up here. I've got some things I got to take care of down home for my son. I think he misses me. He just causes problems, so I have to go down home, take care of things. But that's okay. It's nice to be missed. And yes, I got older since I talked to you last. But that's okay, too. I'm here today. Hallelujah. And other than that, Mr. Wilson's doing good, Pete's doing good, antennas are working. I just talked to my friends on the radio. Can't ask for anything better than that. KC3QND, back to you, Nick.
Well, right there, Miss Jeannie. Well, happy birthday once again. You have fun in Pennsylvania and stay connected there with your clear node. And you rub that doggy there under the chin for me if you would, please. And you can pet Pete on top of the head. We're going to clear with KC3QND. Anybody else want to get in here before I shut it down? This is W8WKY. I'm listening.
W8WKY.
Fine business. I'd like to thank everybody who participated in tonight's Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Club Net. It's been fun. We'll be back again next Tuesday night. Don't forget the Boredom Breaker Net tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 3 right here on W8WKY, and the Beacon Net tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Early check-ins start at 9:30. Right now, if you got the ways and means, head on down to the Millersburg repeater, KD8 QGQ, and check out the Watch Net with KB8PXM. Charlie, he's awesome. Field Day T-shirts. Got to order them by the end of the Beacon Net tomorrow night if you want them before Field Day. So, got to order them. Be looking forward to those piling in. Don't forget about the VE session on Saturday. And I'll see a bunch of you at the meeting. Gary's back Thursday and Friday this week on the Barometer Net, so don't forget about that. He should be very chipper. I'm going to close the net down. 8:46 local time. That's 0046 UTC. I return the repeater and the call sign to customary amateur use. This is KD8 SLG. I'm clear.
W8WKY.
Well, KSFQ saying anyone's out there still.
W8WKY.
Well, the repeater's out there. I guess the repeater's by itself lonely. KSFQV. I'm going to find out how many you had. KSFQV. Seemed like a short one. Far quiet some other times we do it. KSFQV. I know the net didn't wear the feet well. It shouldn't have. KSFQV.
W8WKY. W8WKY, repeater PL114.8. W8WKY.